Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, in this episode, as you just probably noticed by the car that's just come through, we've got ourselves a BMW E60 530D. It's it's the M Sport model, and it's been played around with a little bit. So by the end of this episode, this car's going to be up for sale. So stay tuned. And so guys, what have I got? As I just said a minute ago, we've got it's a 2006 BMW E60. It's the M Sport edition, but it's the 530D that's been mapped, and yeah, it's a lovely car. So let me turn the camera around and we'll go through the car a little bit more. Actually, let's put a bit of a montage in now, and then I'll have a little chat and wander around the car with you and show you the bits that I've already got done, a couple of little bits that need to be done, and yeah, show you it ready for sale at the end of the video. So yeah, let's go. Well, as you just seen guys, there it is. So it's in the, what is it called, is it carbon Schwartz black, I think it is. Got 18s on it, which is, I think it's the MV3 alloys. I'm not 100% certain on it. Since I've had it already, I've had to have 2 new rear tyres put on it because they were knackered. I still got to quickly do the wheels, but I'm not going to do that in this episode. I'll just do them off camera and it'll be done, the rest of it. But the colour of the carbon Schwartz black is, you not really pick it up on camera. Well, when it's in the sunlight, all the edges flip and it's got like a real nice blue to it as well. So it looks black, but it's got all the blue and stuff to it, the rest of it. Unfortunately, this side's got a bit of a scratch in the wing, and once again, the same scratch goes into the back there. I'm not going to be touching it because for the age of the vehicle, the rest of it, it isn't worth me messing around with it. And the whole car has had the full machine polish, and it's come up pretty nice, and so I'm leaving it like it is. I'm not worried too much. If the paintwork came up like cack, then I would have done something about it. But it's got the black kidney grills on the front of it, and it's also got the LCI front headlights in it, so it looks a lot more newer and more modern. Those little things light up, and they're LED, but they sequence as well. It's got wind deflectors that I put on it because I just think it makes the car a lot more pleasant to be in. That's all my personal opinion. And one thing it didn't have on it was that exhaust. The whole exhaust is full stainless all the way through. Well, it is now, but it's full stainless all the way through. I think it's 3-inch all the way through, but it didn't have that exhaust on it. So let me just put in a little clip in now of what exhaust it was and me fitting that one. And yeah, so I'll put you back to deck in the past, I suppose. So there you go. Hi guys, it's Deck from the past. Nice for you to join me. Right, as I was just talking about, I kind of changed the exhaust. Let's show you guys what horrible thing was on it. Oh, there it is. Some dirty, great big round thing. Looks like about 5-inch thing, and it looks absolutely horrible on the back of the car. So what I'm just about to put on it is one I've got over here. it's only a cheapy pile of poo for now. The rest of the system on the car has already got full stainless on it. Move that shite, more shite. That comes with it. These I probably won't even use, but here it comes. What we got is a little stainless box, twin 3-inch pipes, outwardly rolled, which I think, to be honest with you, should fit in the boat opening quite nicely if I get it right. So let's me stop waffling, and I'm going to kind of get on with that thing there, and let's see if we can get this thing to fit right and look nice. And yeah, got to look better than that bloody thing. Right, so all I've done so far is take the exhaust off, which is just a case of undoing the clamp and pulling the rubbers off. I didn't want to bore you too much with that lot, but that hanger fell off, and yeah, we got some very good restriction going on here. There's one pipe joined to another pipe, and yeah, what I'm going to do is chop it off here, and then we're try and work out from there, place the other exhaust underneath and stuff like that, and then work out what bit we need to join in, if we need to join any bits in, and yeah, go from there. Right, so that's the end of that bit. Now we've got a nice bit of pipe, so we can go put it back on with the other exhaust, line all everything up and stuff, and see if we can see how much we need to put into this section here, and go from there. Oh, there we go, got it all propped in place, but as you can see, that's already going to look so much better. Just a bit of fine tuning, getting it exactly straight, but so much better than that big round thing. And I couldn't do this again if I tried, could I? The bit I cut off fits absolutely flipping perfect. So basically, all I've done, use the bits and put it all up in the place of the rest of it as it is. So yeah, as I said, axle stand, wedged it up in place. It's touching the bumper at the moment, but I've got enough room to be able to drop it down just that little bit to give a bit of movement and stuff in it so it won't vibrate. Just as I said, just slipped it back on there. So I'm going to put a couple of tacks on that and slip it off, stick in the vise, weld it up, and then we can sort out exhaust hangers. There we go. That should just be glued together. So I'll just let that go off, because it'll go off. I'm talking about bloody paint, I do that much of it. Let it go cold. Once it's gone cold, we can then start to See what we can do for exhaust hangers and stuff. It did come with this thing. I don't really like them. I like weld them to the boxes, but let's see what we do, shall we? Right, after a bit of messing around there, you can see I've wedged it in place and stuff. Now got it in the right place, so I'm going to do exhaust clamp up. Then after I've done that up, I can start messing around trying to do some exhaust clamps. I love these clamps, they take forever to do it. Drive me nuts. Could have been easier, I just got the buzz go out, but oh well. Right, that's that done up. I'll just check to make sure it's in the same place. And I'll be back with you in a minute once I start making some exhaust clamps. There it is. It's on. A couple of brackets there. They're not pretty, but they do the job. I didn't film them because I couldn't really get to it to film it. So I suppose the next thing to do, fire up and see what he sounds like. Right, so there's that done. So I'm going to tidy my mess up, but I'll send you back to deck in the future. Have fun. I think, as you agree, it's totally and utterly changed the look of the back of it, and it don't look like a boy racer Chavmobile. It actually looks quite nice and tidy on the back now. In the video, unfortunately, the sound is shite, but it has changed. The more I've driven it, because it's now been on there a couple of weeks. I've been driving around for a couple of weeks. It's more and more driven it, the more and more the exhaust is bed in, and it sounds absolutely lovely now. So we've got that done on the thing, but as we can see, it's all lovely. There's all the M kit all over the back of it, the front bumper, the side skirts, the rest of it. What we will notice if we look through there, we've got new wheels on there. New wheels. What am I on about? They're brakes, you stupid idiot. So we got new brakes and stuff on the back of it. The brakes were pretty much atrocious. So let's just put in a little quick clip of me quickly change the nose over. It's only a little bit of a time lapse, but it needed doing. So yeah, just once again, bugger off and go back to deck in the past again. So off we go. Ta-da. Right then, guys, back with me again. Oh, I was about to get on and do some brakes on the BMW because they need doing, which just sat right there. But I thought I'd mention before I get on with that, I've got some products here by GREASE Ape. I've been using them now for a little while and I absolutely love them. I find they do everything you need them to do and more. They are absolutely amazing stuff. But as you can see by the little catalogue, they do loads of different things, the rest of it. They got quite a good range in there and stuff. As you've got how to order the rest of it. They got email address, and once again you've got your web address. I'll also put the link in the description. All their products come really, really well packaged and stuff, and they're absolutely amazing products and stuff. As I said, I've been using them now for a little while and stuff, and yeah, I can't get enough of them, to be honest with you. You're going to see me use them in a minute when I fit all the brakes and the rest of it, so you'll see how well they work and etc. And if you guys are interested in supporting the channel and supporting the product we got behind there, I've got a discount code for you, which is R-salvage-10, I think it is. I'll put it just in the bottom here at the moment so you can see it now, but I think that's what it is. And as I said, once again, that gives you 10% off everything you buy from them, so you get yourself a discount as well. So you support the channel and you also support the company. So head on over there, check out their products and stuff, and yeah, as I said, it'll all be in the description below and stuff like that. So now I'm going to crack on with doing all the brakes and stuff on the back of it. Got 2 new discs, which are monster great things, pads, and brake wear sensor. So let's crack on with this little thing over here. It's not the front ones, it's the rear ones that need to get done. they've had brake warning light on in the dash for a little while, and you look at the brakes, they're atrocious. So let's get these wheels off and get cracking, I suppose. Right, so first things first, get the jack out, start jacking the vehicle up. I decided to do one side at a time, so we just jacked the one up, and we get the gun, realised I had the wrong size socket, went back and got another one, which was easy enough. Then we got this lovely spacer, which is a right pain in the backside. It just would not budge whatsoever, so I attacked it with the Grease Ape maintenance spray, which, with a little bit of work and stuff, it slid off quite nicely once I did it with that. The stuff's absolutely great. It's undone the little bolt, which, well, loosened the little bolt which holds the caliper, the disc on, just to make sure that comes off. And it's the caliper carrier sliders, undo them, which are torque bits. Slide those two out of there, which are a little bit of pain, but they do come out reasonably well. And then we take the retainer off for the spring retainer for the pads. This once that's off, you get the caliper off out of the way, and there's the carrier has to come off, which is two big bolts. And then discs off. Give it a good clean with brake cleaner, which once again I use the Grease Ape stuff, which is absolutely great stuff. I can't fault the stuff at all. I always like to clean my brake pads down again, so once again I use the brake cleaner again. Put them all back in place, tiny little bit of grease on the actual slider as you put them in, and just then down to winding the piston back. So we wind the piston right back, which was a little bit stuck to start off with because it pushed out so far, but once you get it moved, they move reasonably well. Push that right back in out of the way. And this is a case of another bit of a clean up and the rest of it. Put the pads in, as I said, with a bit of grease on each one of the bits where it slides, and then just put it all back together, put the spring clip back in, and yeah, that side's done. Yeah, that's it, all back together. Just got to give it a go clean up with the good old brake cleaner again. As I said, all this stuff is amazing stuff. You honestly won't regret if you give it a try. I'm not trying to say you have to, but honestly, give it a try. It works an absolute treat on everything. I've used it on absolutely everything I've used this morning, and I've not had no issue with any bolts whatsoever. Even the spacer was giving me a bit of jip to come off. Once I put some of the maintenance spray behind it, it just came straight on off. So I'm going to carry on getting this lot back together, do the other side, and I shall pass you back to my mate Deck. I think you know Deck, might be me, but that's in the future. Nice. Yeah, welcome back to me. Now the thing actually stops and the rest of it, and it's as it should be. Front brakes have not been long done in it, they're all good. The engine underneath is, I'm being lazy and I can't be bothered to open the bonnet because this is me today. I'm in one of them moves, but I apologise. But under the bonnet is the M57 engine. There's nothing else done under that bonnet whatsoever, other than it's got stage 1 map on it. So it's running about 300 brake horsepower, and also the gearbox has been mapped as well. So it's a lot snappier gear changing and stuff. And it does actually really drive really well. The only one downside to it is it's got that in the windscreen. It's been listed on the MOT as an advisory for the last couple of years, and it's passed every time. So I'm going to leave it. And the worst comes to the worst, whoever buys it, I'll knock them 70 quid off the price. For that's what your excess is on your insurance, and you just do it yourself for that way if it bothers you. If it don't, then it don't. So we'll leave it at that one. So I suppose now I've stopped rabbiting on about the outside and the rest of it, which is actually a really nice car now. It's all cleaned up because it weren't that shiny. Well, I suppose I got a couple of pictures of what it's like in the sunlight, as like I was trying to explain earlier, when I did machine polishing and stuff. So I have a couple of those in there now. Let's jump on inside and go on about the inside, shall we? Just thought before I jump in the front, the back, as you can see, full leather, all the heat vents, the rest of it in here and stuff. You got all the aux ports, etc. in there, all the M badges everywhere. So that's the back. In the front, before we start up, we've got the usual. What we have got is the big CCC screen, So that's a full screen, not the little tiny ones in there. Got all the auto climate control and everything else. All the air cons all been regassed and the rest of it. And all that, we're not sponsored by that. It's just me drinking that stuff instead of Monster for a change. But you got these little bits up here. They're actually climate, like cabin lights. They give a bit of ambient lighting. It gives a nice little orange glow. Exactly the same on the rear one there. It's got all the nice aluminium style trim across it, which has got all the pattern into it and the rest of it. This one is, as I said, the auto. It's manual and it's auto, but it's got sport mode and manual mode. I don't really use it, to be honest with you. I don't feel the need. I just leave it in normal mode and off you go. The one thing I did have to do when we picked it up was the fact that the DTC didn't work. It came up with traction control, no ABS and all the rest of it. After a bit of working out and speaking to a few other people, we worked out that the SLZ module, I think it is, or Z module, needed to be reprogrammed back to the BCM. Did that, recalibrated the steering angle sensor, and instantly everything in that back worked perfectly again. So that was the end of that one. So let's just start this thing up and we're going for a little drive and have a bit more of a chat. Alright, so here we are, just driving along now. I just want to say, this thing is absolutely so much of a pleasure to drive. It's unreal. It's one of the more comfortable cars I've driven. As we all know, I drive line a lot of Mercs and things like that. But this thing is it's lovely. Absolutely lovely. It's, well, as you can probably hear now, there's hardly any road noise coming through. For an old car, it's quite silent. It's got loads and loads and loads of power when you really want it and stuff like that. Which, if I let this car go past us behind me a minute, I shall then be able to put some power down and show you guys what I mean. Let's just pull in a minute, let him go past. Alright, now they're gone past the stuff. It's a little bit wet, so I can't put the power down properly, but I'm now rolling at about 20 mile an hour. Let's put your foot down. And we're just, pulling like an absolute train. Still pulling. I better back off now, because I can't caught back up with the cars again. But yeah, this thing absolutely pulls like an absolute animal, and still returns 30 miles per gallon round town, and on a run it's still going 40 miles per gallon. It's absolutely great. Full leather seats and the rest of it. Just comfort and more comfort. It's got all the sat nav and everything else built into it. Every now and again the disc does play up, which is a typical BMW thing, but take the disc out, put it back in again, works perfectly fine. So the sat nav all in there, the rest of it's all built in. It's, as I said, just a nice place to be. Plenty of power, and yeah, really actually good fun to drive. So this thing, I bought it. I paid half sensible money for it, but it was one of the cheapest ones I could find. I could find plenty of 530s or 525s, but not the M Sport ones for similar sort of money. What I paid for this was the cheapest one I could possibly find around in the country. The bits and bobs I've done to the rest of it, it came with the rear brakes, so that was a bonus. I didn't have to worry about them. Which basically were discs and pads it came with. I didn't have to worry about them. That saved me that. As I said, had to get the couple of tyres. And there's a few other little bits like the wind deflectors. It's been serviced, and a few other bits like that has been done to it. All I've got left to do to it, as I said, is quickly repaint the wheels, which will take me a matter of what, half an hour, something like that at the very most. Once I rub them down quickly, mask them up and paint them black. That's all I'm going to do, is repaint them black, and they'll be tidy again. But as I said, I'll be doing that bit off camera and the rest of it. So by the time this video goes out and you're watching this video, the car will go up for sale at exactly the same time as the video goes live. So if you're interested in the car or anything else, contact me through my Instagram DMs, which I just put just down the bottom down there. Either that, or like if you want to, contact me through him, leave a comment, and I'll find a way of getting back in contact for you. Excuse me. But the price I'm going to put this one up for, I'm not going to be greedy with it. I'm just going to put it out for anybody else that can make themselves a few quid on top of it if they want to. So the price is going to be put up for us £2,500. The cheapest other one I can find in the same spec as this, with being the M Sport and all the rest of it, it's about £2,750. So £2.5 grand leaves a bit of meat on the table for somebody else, if they wanted to make that. Plus they've also getting themselves a bit of a bargain. And if I really have to, and it's one of you guys, I'll probably have a little bit of a haggle with you, and we're come to quite a good agreement with you guys. And as always, guys, if any of you lot wants to buy the vehicle, I would do the same as what I always do to everybody. I will send you one item of merch for a thank you, basically. So yeah, it's a little bonus for you guys, the rest of it. But as I just went on to the merch, have a look at our merch and stuff. We got stuff going on there all day long. It's on over on our Spreadshirt page and the rest of it, which is all the links and everything that's in the description down below. Also, the link for the link for Grease Monkey stuff, that's in the link down below again. So don't forget to go over there and get yourself a 10% discount using our code. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna carry on having a lovely little drive down the road and stuff, and enjoying myself for a little bit longer till the fuel runs out a little more, which is on reserve fuel, which is nothing new for me, but that's life, isn't it? But yeah, I've enjoyed driving this thing for the last couple of weeks, but now's the time. I've got most of the stuff done on it, and now time to put the thing up for sale. Hopefully you guys will like the way I've done this video and try to get it all in one video, because I could on this one. Admittedly, it's not a video which shows you a lot of more in-depth stuff, but it's a video of just my day-to-day stuff that I do during the week and the rest of it. But yeah, let us know. Stick in the comments down there if you like this type of thing, or if you prefer a more in-depth, longer video and stuff, or split into a few different things and make a series out of it. Totally up to you guys. Let me know what you think, and I can act on it one way or another. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop waffling. Hopefully you, as I said, you enjoyed this one. If you did, and you'd like to see more of this stuff, I'd like to think you could consider subscribing to the channel, then I would appreciate that one. Nice big thumbs up would go absolutely amazing if you enjoyed it. And until the next one, guys, hope you're all staying safe, and yeah, peace out.